are supposed to go. This is a test of your broadcasting system thingy-mabobber. just, I just want to make sure this thing is working, so I'm saying any kind of random crapple I can think of to make sure that it's working. Yep, it's working. Yay, I did it. I sort of know what I'm doing. So, I'm going to jump right into... Ooh, lovely lag spike. Love lag spikes. Those are the best. What was I gonna do? Is it this one? Which one is it? Is it this? Steampunk Amusement Park? I think that's the right world. This is the one I wanted to be on. I thought it... Oh, big lag. Big lag. And it's gone already. Okay, let's see here and make sure that it's behaving. Are you behaving? Yes, you're still behaving. Good. I like it when my game behaves. um, so what I thought, so if you guys didn't watch it, basically in the last episode, I did some of this, like not the whole thing, but, or did I build the whole thing? I don't even remember. No, I didn't build the whole thing. I added to this or did something with it. Oh yeah, it was this thing here. The sphere is what I made. Why am I am getting some very intense lag spikes on a super flat world where there are only like 3 pigs. Actually 4 pigs. That's a lot of lag. I'm none too thrilled about that. Why? Why do you lag? Um I dislike this. Not the build, the lag. I dislike the lag. So anyways, I built this in the last episode, or like added to it, something like that, or something that I did, um, or finished it off, or whatever you want to call it. So I thought I still don't know if like how I want the fins that are going to be on the left, right, and left side. Uh, I don't know what I want them to look like yet. So I think it would be better if I work on something different today, and I thought today would be a good day to try making a hot air balloon. I haven't done one of these in forever. I'm not good at them. So I thought it'd be a lot of fun to try to be good at them in a creative world rather than try to build it in um on the server and hope and pray that like I do it right. You know, because I don't want to like collect a whole bunch of materials and realize that I'm not doing it in a way that looks good, and then feel really stupid and have to like redo it. So, because I have done that to myself in the past, and it's not a good feeling. So I actually want. What color do I want? Hmm. I'm partial to orange. I feel like an orange hot air balloon could be really cool. Orange and do I want to do magenta? That would actually be really cool because I love the look of pink and orange together, especially like magenta. Like standard pink, I don't think goes very good with orange, but like magenta, I think is just beautiful with orange, and then have a white balloon underneath it. I think that would be really cool. It'd also be a lot of fun too, with like the campfires and whatnot, to like put a campfire underneath the balloon. I don't think that can catch fire. I don't think it can. You know what I'm gonna do? Um, we're gonna conduct an experiment. You know, because that's always important. Conduct an experiment. So I'm gonna put a campfire like over here. Actually, let me put it up some just because I don't want the poor pigs to. Can that? It doesn't need a support block. That's awesome. I'm gonna surround it with things so it doesn't look like just some campfire floating in the air or floating underneath the balloon because that's gonna be stupid. But so cool. Now let's. This lag is really agitating me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry again. See, at least like in live streams, you can have a sense of humor about it. Um, that's interesting how it just collects there like that. Do you catch fire? You don't appear to catch fire. You would have caught fire by now. Me knowing the way Minecraft is, you would have caught fire by now. That's fantastic. Okay, good. So I don't have to be worried about that. I was worried that I was going to like set the balloon on fire, which is something I didn't want to do. But basically, like, you know how you have like the thing, the chain you pull on underneath the balloon and it spits fire into the balloon and it makes the, hot air make the balloon go up. Okay, yeah, that's what I want to do with the campfire. I think that would just look so awesome. I mean, of course it's going to be going at all times, but I don't care. It's for the effect. So, let me just. I want to build like kind of far apart, like everything kind of far apart, just cause. So, boop, 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 boop. And I am actually building these things somewhat in the air because they're intended to be in the air, so I think it just makes sense to build them in the air. Like, this would definitely not be that low to the ground. Like, this would be way higher up. Um, that's good. Well, I missed like half those blocks, so there. Okay. Do I have enough space to do the basket underneath? Not really, so... This... Okay, there we go. That's sufficient. Alright, so this like this, and I guess that'll be fine. I'm gonna make a sphere first, and I know, okay, lag, you have to stop now, because this, look at the, I hope you guys are seeing the lag that, like, I'm experiencing, because it's really, really something else. Oh, hello, Mercia Gagliardo. I hope I'm saying your name right. Hi, welcome. Happy to have you. Computer, work it out. Okay, anyways, it's so laggy. You know what it could be? I have Discord open and I'm not in the live stream chat, so let me turn that off. Get rid of Discord. No offense to Discord, but... Ooh, it really doesn't like having to just close the Discord tab. Wow. It's really upset about that. Ooh, wow, ooh, it's... My FPS went up. Okay, that's what the issue was. That's fine, I suppose. So I think that's good as far as size is concerned. It's been a really long time since I built one of these, so I may mess this up royally, but that's why I'm doing it in a creative test world, because it just makes so much more sense than to do this. Is that okay? Yes, it is. Than to do this in a survival world or on the server, and then have to go through the painstaking task of dismantling it when I realized that I did it wrong. So today was an interesting day for me. The reason why I'm not in the voice chat on Discord is because I want to be able to just like talk nonstop, or like not necessarily have a conversation with anybody in a chat room, but just be able to talk like nonstop and not have to like answer questions necessarily or really like respond to anybody. Nobody's gonna understand what I mean, but that's basically like my thought process on that is just to be able to like talk and vent and talk to my viewers. And yeah, so anyways, today was interesting. Excuse me again. I started this new job at another school, and I quite like the job, but there's this one individual who works there who I already really do not like, and it's very hard for me to dislike a person, especially when I barely know the person. But considering the way that the person has treated me since I started working there, I really do not like this person, and it has a lot to do with this person's attitude. Like right off the bat, I mean, when she first met me, she immediately was very just nasty toward me, and like really short and just very unappreciative. Like it's my working interview, and you all know this if you've had an interview, that you go in there and you do like your absolute best because you want the job. You know what I mean? Like you really, really want the job, and you're going to do whatever you can to get the job, in the sense that you're going to do your best. You're going to do like everything that you can possibly think of to look good for your employer, not necessarily for the people you're doing the working interview with, but for your employer. And that just makes sense. I mean, why would you go into a working interview, especially a place where you're working with children, and not give it your all? I mean, you might as well just like not apply. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be that dumb. So, I, did what I believe to be my absolute best. I got the job. Hooray. That's wonderful. But like it was certain things, like for example, I said hi, how are you? She ignored me. I like she was forced to introduce herself to me. This is not coming out right. No, wait, I think it's okay. It's okay. Because I'm not trying to do like a sphere like you'd probably be thinking of. I'm trying to do something a little bit different than that. So, yeah, but anyways, she basically kind of had to be forced to introduce herself to me by the director, which, you know, that says a lot right there. When you have to be forced to talk to someone. And I don't know why. I hope that the director sees through that. Um, like, there was a point in time when I offered to help her with putting the bibs on the toddlers. Okay, anyways, so then, she, you know, it, it was a very weird reaction to have to me, because it's like all I'm doing is like offering to help. You don't need to get mad about that. And why would anyone get mad about that? Like, that's what I don't understand. So, um, I'm like, okay, whatever, you can call the shots. Well, the other teacher who was in the room, I was having wonderful interactions with her, and if I offered to help or did anything to help, she would say thank you, and whether or not she liked me helping, who knows? But she showed a general respect and appreciation for what I did. And it wasn't anything particularly impressive, just, working with the kids. She was in the middle of a lot. They had a lot going on. And when you're in a room with toddlers, you want to have extra people. So, heaven forbid I should come in there as like an interviewer or an interviewee who would not do what I was supposed to do and be like a royal pain in the butt. I could have been somebody who just like sat there and did nothing. I wasn't going to be that kind of a person, but I could have been. But instead, I like, you know, did work. Heaven forbid, you know, heaven. It's like I've never seen a person get so upset about someone being conscientious during a job interview. Like I've seen people get upset about, interviewees who don't do that, but it was like I'm sorry I helped, but then later on, this one child had asked me if they could have more milk, which they're allowed to have a second cup of milk. I saw that they had given like second cups of milk to other kids, so I get up to go get the second cup of milk for this child, and she's like, "I'll do it," and she literally snatches the cup away from me, snatches it right out of my hand, pours the milk, and reaches around me to hand it to the kid. And it's like, I can't pour a teeny tiny glass of milk for a kid because you're a control freak. It was stuff like that that's just like, who do you think you are? It was very weird. It was a very weird reaction, and I don't think I've ever had a reaction like that from someone before, like ever. It was pretty intense, and she had the same nasty attitude toward me today. I think I may have made peace with her today because I know that she has something stressful going on in her life, and she's been kind of snotty toward everyone from what I can tell based on the observations I've made of her interacting with other people. Because, like, when I came in, or when she came into the room today, she, you know, walked in and I said, "Hi, how are you?" She goes, "Fine." Who talks to somebody like that? But with, like, the other teachers, she was, like, nice, but with me, she had to give me attitude. It's like the last time you saw me was a week and a half ago. Actually, more like 2 weeks ago. So, are you harboring, like, a dislike of a person for that long based on, like, one interaction? And so I was like, yep, I know I don't like this one. And then, like, there's all kinds of rules that this classroom has, and it's my first day in this particular room, so I don't know all the rules, of course. Who would? And, like, they always want the kids to go get paper towels for themselves. Like, we are apparently never allowed to go get a paper towel for the kids once in a while, which, I mean, I think is just strange, but whatever. And so I go do that, and um, she scolds the kid for it. I kid you not, she scolds the kid. And I'm like, well, I went and got it for him. And she says, well, he's supposed to do it for himself. I'm like, okay, my mistake. But don't scold him because of something that I did. I mean, I didn't say that part to her, but that's what I was thinking. Like, what do I even say to that? Because it's like at that point she's really on like a warpath to have an argument with me, and I'm not good with people who pick on kids because my first inclination is to scream in their face because I don't like people who pick on kids. I mean, nobody does, but, or nobody ever should like people who pick on kids, but I'm like really not good with people who pick on kids. So it was like, in my mind, what she should have done was immediately apologize to that kid, because this is like a 3-year-old, and you cannot expect a 3-year-old to be absolutely perfect all day, every day, because he's a 3-year-old. So yeah, I found the whole thing just to be really icky. Like, her whole attitude was just icky. And she kind of changed her tune later on because there was another kid who started really making things hard for the other kids who were using the playground. And so I took care of it, and it kind of, I guess, showed her that I am fully capable of handling that crap because I did, you know? And it wasn't that hard. It was just basically like making it very aware to this child, young man, you cannot do that. And so, he engaged in all kinds of hilarious, just, why is that black? Why did I put that black there? I'm not sure why I did that. Okay, anyways, I don't know why I put those blocks there. They don't need to be there. He kind of engaged in a lot of sneaky behavior, and by sneaky, I mean he kept trying to sneak into this area that was closed for him. If you ever worked in preschool, then you know all of those things for a kid. Basically, you tell them, this is closed for you because you were not using it properly. He was misusing the playground equipment in such a way where the other kids couldn't use the equipment because he was being very disrespectful to them. Like, when a kid gets really possessive over something and they won't let other kids get on it or use it or et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, that became closed for him because I had to tell him multiple times that he could not do that. And he did it anyways. So, yeah, that's basically what happened. But it was kind of funny too because later on, you know, or not later on, before that happened, so I, take the kid and I said to him, this is closed for you because of this behavior, and brought him over to the snotty teacher and told her exactly what was going on. She just accepted it as it was, which was a bit shocking, but that's what she did. And so he was not to go back onto that playground equipment because of the way he had been behaving. And I get this is my first day with the kid, but I get the impression that he does this a lot with a lot of different things where he's very demanding and he thinks that he can have his way. And I think I know why. And I'll get to that in a minute. But he kept doing this thing where he kept trying to sneak back into the area, and we kept catching him and bringing him back, and we would not let him have his way. We would not let him back onto the playground equipment. And you might think that's mean, but the reality is, the way he had been behaving was very not nice to his friends, and so we were not going to tolerate it. And he's one of those kids, I think, that if you give him an inch, he's going to take like 20 miles, which is not good. So that's basically why we had to do that. Does that? I'm just like playing around with angles right here to see what makes things look more round. And I think that does it. So that's generally what my day was. But then the mother comes to pick up the kid, and she came like right before I was due to leave, so it was like perfect timing because then I could get the heck out of there. She, the snotty teacher tried to explain to her like what was going on, and she was having none of it. The mother didn't want to hear it from the teacher, so the teacher was like, "Okay," and gave her that same attitude that she's been giving me. But then, you know, it was pretty funny because she does this. The mother like does this whole thing with the kid and tries to get the kid to tell her what happened, but the kid just straight up lies to her right in front of us. And this is like also a little kid, and you can't really expect a little kid to recall perfectly everything that has happened to them during the day because they don't really have reliable testimony. But also, he's a 3 year old and he's going to tell you whatever he thinks you want to hear because he's a 3 year old. So we, like, shut that down real fast when she tried to suggest that he had been treated unfairly, which was not the case. It's like, it was so good that I had been standing there because the snotty coworker, she, points to me and she says, well, he was told by, Alexandra that he can't do that. And, he kept doing it. So it was closed for him. And the mother backed off at that point, which is good because it's like, enough. You know what I mean? Like, don't start the entitled parent thing. It's like after the past couple of days and the fact that, like, I don't feel particularly welcome posting on the entitled parents subreddit right now because people were just very nasty toward me. Don't give me an entitled parent moment that, like, I could post on the subreddit but won't, because that'll suck to be like, God, I wish I could post that, but people are so nasty that I can't. Don't put me in that position, please. I won't be happy. If you're wondering what the heck I'm doing, I'm building a thing that's gonna, like, go over the thing. I know that doesn't make any sense what I just said, but I'm building a thing that's gonna go over a thing. Like, the cloth that, like, drapes over a hot air balloon? That's what I'm making. I hope that makes sense. Um, really, really hope that that makes sense. So, yeah, that was my day at work. One thing that I will say is that these kids, while I like them a lot, some of them can be really, really whiny and really entitled for their age. And not like the typical everything is mine stuff that kids do. I'm talking about kids who, like, really think that they have to be given things, and if they're not given those things, they get testy. And, like, they're expectant. And I'm not really good with expectant kids. I don't like the way that looks. I'm starting to realize that I do not like the way that looks. It's also because it's not done. That's part of why it doesn't look that good. Um, but that's okay. We can work it out. So, I'm I'm generally not particularly good with kids like that who, well, I shouldn't say I'm not good with kids like that. I'm just not particularly fond of that sort of behavior from children. I'm just not. I don't think you can blame me for it. So yeah, but just that was basically like my day was these kids. I mean, it's not a bad job. It's just I can see where it could definitely be better, and I can also see where I don't know how long I'd want to stay at a place like this because of the attitudes of some people that I don't particularly care for. There are certain kinds of, like, entitled attitudes that I really don't like, and I'm sensing that at this place, and I'm not a fun person when I'm faced with entitled people. So, yeah. It's hard to explain, but it's just, you know how people are when they think that they have to be served before everybody else, where they think that they have to be spoken to before everybody else. People who think that when they walk in a room, you kind of have to treat them like as if they're the Queen of England or something. Yeah, I'm not good with people like that. I don't like those sorts of people. And I'm seeing a lot of people at this place that act that way. Not coworkers, but parents, people who come in and out of the building, like I'm seeing that, and it's like I don't know why there's such a culture of entitlement here, but I don't like it. And it's one of the times in my life when I am very thankful that I can pass as white because of this. Like and I know that that's gonna sound like a very that doesn't look good, but what I just did there, that really doesn't look good. But like, and I know it's gonna sound like a really harsh thing to say, but sometimes it's one of like the freaky weird positives of being biracial, because sometimes being biracial can just be like hell on earth, and then there's other times where being biracial has its benefits, like if you can pass as white, because then a lot of this stuff doesn't get directed at you. You know what I mean? It usually gets directed at other people around you, but not at you. And it's like I kind of blend with this place a little bit better than I would in maybe, another place, and that helps. That helps me a lot. I think that's kind of like protecting me, which is really what I need. So yeah, how do I want to do this? Do I want to have it on the corners draped down? Oh, I just realized this is not working at all the way that I have it. Oh god, cuz the way that I wanted to build it, it's not working. Crap. See what I mean? See, this is why I test things out in creative mode. I just realized because if I do the drape down, then this whole part here is kind of pointless. Wait, is it? No, it's not. I can still do something with it. Never mind. I was all worried that I ruined it, but I didn't. I did it right, sort of. It's okay. This is this is not gonna be like one of my like incredibly highly detailed expert buildings. First of all, I have to build this in survival mode, so I'm kind of trying to make it easy for myself, but also um I'm I haven't done a hot air balloon in a really, really, really long time. It's been years, I think, since I built a hot air balloon. I don't know why. I really don't know why it's taken me so long to build a hot air balloon, but whatever. So, is this uneven or is it just me? No, that's definitely uneven. Any more uneven places I should be concerned about? No. Okay, good. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do one more row here, one more row here, one more row like this. No, like that. And these like this. So in addition to that, one like update that I wanted to give you guys is that I am going to see my mother tomorrow at the rehab center. Not the kind of rehab that you're thinking of, but physical therapy rehab because of the car accident. I talked about that in my last live stream, I believe. So, anyways, my mother and I were in a car accident. That's a thing that happened. It was pretty horrible, as in the experience was horrible. My mother was injured. I was injured. Um, my mother's injuries were far greater than mine. She has a, you know, broken bone in her knee. She has completely shattered her heel. It's it's not good. Like the whole situation is just not good. So that's what happened. And yeah. So I'm gonna go see her tomorrow. She's already had the surgeries and whatnot for her her knee and her what's it called? Her heel. That's the word I'm thinking of. That doesn't look good. I know why. Because that maybe if I do that, does that make it look better? Nope, that makes it look like crap. So, we'll do that instead. Does that look okay? Yeah, it's fine. It's alright. It makes the point, I suppose. So, yeah, I'm gonna go see her tomorrow, and she's, the whole situation has really been very hard on her, and, it's been hard on me, too, so, yeah. Because there's, like, a whole lot of stuff that I have to do around this house now, which I don't have a problem with doing, or any objection to doing. It's just, it's a lot of stuff. And, I have 6 pets, and 5 of them eat every day. So, yeah. And cat food's expensive, kind of, sort of. So, yeah, plus my cats do not eat dry food. I want to point that out. They are strictly canned food now. We used to give them dry food, but it's actually extremely unhealthy for them, so now we give them the canned food. And that's what we do. And it's much, much healthier for them. If you've ever wondered about whether or not it's worth it, it's definitely worth it. It's good for their kidneys, it's good for their urinary tract health, but it's also extremely good if they have irritable bowel syndrome, because within, I'd say, a week or two of doing this with Phryne, her irritable bowel syndrome completely went away. Completely went away. I kid you not. So, yeah. Pretty awesome. See, this is what I wanted to do. I think this gives it a little bit of like a steampunk flair. And it's really just like a thing that's hanging over. It's not going to be connected to anything. I actually really like that. Now that I finished it, I'm really happy with it. There needs to be a few adjustments here and there, but in any case, I'm really happy with it. I think it looks cool. That's interesting because I'm pretty sure that the minecart sounds wouldn't be going off because there's definitely no mine shaft around here. There wouldn't be because I have what's it called? Uh Structure generation disabled. So there shouldn't be any structures generating. Okay, yeah, I like this. This I am happy with. This is good. This makes me happy. Okay, good. So I like the way this looks. It's fine. All of the hot air balloons are going to be this exact same design because sanity. I probably won't build the entire sphere inside there. I think I'll probably just go as far as you can see because I am not wasting materials. But in any case, let's do the basket, I guess, now, because that'll be fun. That should be a lot of fun. Get rid of this. Don't need any of these materials anymore. Let's do spruce fence. Campfire. Oak wood. Oak or spruce? The stripped spruce wood, I think, would be much nicer looking. And spruce planks, I think, would be much nicer looking as well. And, let's do this guy, I guess. Maybe. Yeah, I think that would be fine. I'm kind of visualizing it, and is that a 3x3? Yes, it is. Okay, good. I'm gonna light up in here only because Bats really annoy me. And it's only because of their squeaking. Like, I love them, but they annoy me. That should be good enough to keep bats from spawning. I don't see why they would spawn now. Haha, no more bats. Okay, so this one, this one, that one. Yeah, it's totally connected. Totally connected. Um, hmm. Does that look stupid? No, actually, I really like it. It's odd, but I like it. It's okay for things to look a little heavy and clunky, honestly, because this is supposed to be in a steampunk style. Yeah, that really does need to be there. I mean, of course, you're not really. You're gonna see the smoke going up, and I think that's really more of what I wanted, anyways, was you to see the smoke going up, not necessarily the flames. Cool. So that's gonna be the basket. It would be really great if I got. Actually, I don't think that'll. No, I still need them. I need the stairs for the bottom of the basket. And the slabs as well. I went too far in the menu. I always want to look for all the slabs down here, and I don't know why. I kind of feel like all of the blocks ought to be organized as, you know, one section, and then all the stairs come after it, and then all the slabs after that. But that's, I think then, like, I would be confused, like, getting the old menu confused with the new menu. Oh, hi, Game Par. I didn't realize you were in the stream. I'm paying so much attention to the game, I'm not watching the chat. That's great that like you came in right when I was talking about irritable bowel syndrome. um, so yeah, that's great. Um, What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna build the basket. That's what I was gonna do. I'm definitely gonna have one of the square baskets because of reasons. Hmm. I really don't like how flat that basket is. Although it it doesn't look bad. I just don't like how flat it is. It's very flat looking and it bothers me. Um, so I have an idea to replace blocks that were making it look flat and replacing them with blocks that still make it look flat, but there's a method to my madness. This way, if you're standing in here, you can actually see out, kind of, sort of. Now, we'll take these. Oh, I don't like that. I like that, though. I think that's cool. We'll leave that there. Put that there like that. Good. And then this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, that, and that. Oh, I can't have the fence connect. Never mind. And now it's fine. Now I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with this, actually. And I'm usually not very good at these things or good with these things, but I'm happy with it. Ooh, I know, even better. Torch, 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 torch. I actually like it with the little torches there. I think it's cute. I like the lanterns hanging off too. Now, if we could only do a thing where, hopefully. There we go. Okay, yeah, now it popped back up. Good. I think. I want to make sure on my dashboard that I can see it behaving. Okay, good. There it goes. Alrighty. So yeah, game part. I definitely agree that the birch logs and the stripped birch logs would like really make it look like a wicker basket. I'm not trying to make it look like a wicker basket actually. I'm trying to make it look like sort of a ship. I really want to use a lot of like spruce wood and whatnot and a lot of like really dark colors for, baskets or like it's not a basket really, but it is a basket. But this thing here and for like the ships and whatnot, a lot of dark oak and a lot of spruce. I just want to use a lot of dark colors along with the brighter colors and whatnot because of like the whole steampunk theme, not thing, theme. I think it just looks better. Um, so yeah. Anyways, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna try something just to see how it looks. I'm gonna try a couple different styles of the trapdoors, and we'll see. So there's that one. I don't like that there. Um, this is one thing that I had been thinking of. That, like, if you're in there, you could close it and open it. The only problem is, you kind of have to jump in order to get the ones on the bottom, and then you can only close the ones on the top, and I don't think that will work, so never mind. Um, we'll abandon that completely. I mean, I could do this here just as decoration, but then you can't see out. So this or this. Mm-hmm. From a distance, you kind of can see that, but not really. From a distance, you can definitely see that one. See, I just, even though we have all of the new trapdoors, I just prefer the old school oak trapdoors for like everything because I have so many designs and build styles that are based on this trapdoor because we had it for it we had it as the only trapdoor for like years and years and years and years. So it's like the only one that I ever use. Is that too much? Surprisingly, no. I actually like it, which is weird because I normally wouldn't like something as busy as that, but I actually like it, so we're gonna keep it. So one thing that I wanted to mention this in this stream too is that I'm not going to make an episode of me building this because like on the server because to do that would be very time consuming and also would be kind of a waste of an episode because like why would I build the exact same thing again in another episode? You know what I mean? It's like you already saw me build it here. So if and when I do build these things, I'll just say in the episode where I'm like, showcasing it, like I built it on a stream. You could watch the stream if you'd like, and then leave it at that. I think that would be much easier. Like there would probably be some things that I'm gonna want to build in an episode, like regardless that I won't do in live streams, but a lot of this stuff is definitely gonna have to be like tested in creative mode first because it's an unfamiliar style for me and it's going to be so much better for me to test it out first, know what I'm doing before I dare to build it in survival mode, which is a very unusual way for me to build because I'm so used to building huge structures in survival mode that are very unique and very odd without ever testing them out beforehand. So this is a whole new style for me. This I think I'm kind of like working off of what a lot of the people that I work with on this server and like what a lot of my friends are doing. So yeah, I'm kind of copying my friends a little bit here, but that's not so bad. So that's not bad at all actually. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. And yeah, actually, you know what? I want to try something else. I just thought of something. I don't know how good it's going to look. It might look absolutely terrible. Actually, let's use a different fence color. Let's use let's use birch. I think for birch it will actually look really pretty. If we try... Oh, we have that problem. What I was trying to do was make it look like maybe there's some ropes that are holding it together. Like right there it looks good. But up there it's not really going to work. Never mind. I think I'm just going to stop touching this and leave it alone because it's fine the way it is. Again, everybody's got to see it from the ground, so anything that I do, it's all going to look like this. You know, when, like, it's done on the server, you're all going to see it from this angle mostly. Unless you're flying around with an elytra, and I think maybe the only person on the server who might have an elytra at this point is Newt. Like, most of us have not even fought the dragon yet, so, yeah, but basically, like, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna be up in the air, so, it'll look more like this when you're looking up at it and farther away. So all of this stuff that I'm doing is kind of pointless in a sense, like all these details, but it's fine. So, let me try something else actually. See if I like this. Could be interesting. No, I don't like that. That looks like clunks of metal stuck to cloth. I don't like it. I still really wish that these guys could hang from this. They can't. I'm clicking real hard right now. They cannot hang from this. They can't do it. It's really annoying. I don't like it. It makes me sad. As a matter of fact, let me try something. This this might not work, but you never know. This could be like the cheaty do it. No, it really doesn't work. Yeah, it really doesn't work. It's really annoying. I don't like that. Like I mean, it's fine, but I don't like it. I want to be able to hang them from because the chain, and I want a long hanging chain. That's like my mindset with that, you know? I want to be able to do that, and I want to use the lanterns to make chandeliers out of something other than fences. So yeah, because I think that would just look cooler. Or hang it from glass. Can they hang from glass panes? I don't even know. Now I have to try that out just because they probably don't. Yeah, LOL nope. Doesn't happen. Nope, can't do that either. Heaven forbid we should be creative, and I'm sure Mojang probably has an excuse like it would hinder creativity. No, it wouldn't. It would make creativity better. So there. So anyways, I think that's actually going to be it for me because I've been streaming for about an hour, and I am very tired. I worked from 8:30 in the morning until 5:30 this evening. I didn't get home until a little after 6 o'clock because I had to stop after I got out of work to do some to get some coffee creamer and stuff like that. So I'm basically tired, and I had to take some ibuprofen too because I had some muscle aches and whatnot because it was a long day. And I walked to and from work. I mean, one of my coworkers happened to be parked at this little farmer's market that I walk by on my way to and from work, and she offered to give me a ride, and I'm like, I have to go to Stop and Shop, and she's like, I could give you a ride to Stop and Shop, that's fine. And I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. And it's kind of funny because, you know, by car, it's